Soundstripe.
We're back. Here we go. It's Goblin time. Put this mic closer up here. Alright, so last time I said I was going to discover a way to do automatic retopology. And I have. Unfortunately, I paid for a different program that is not that I did not research. So we're going to do some topology by hand first. You can also do this in Blender. I've done it in Blender. I'm trying out this version to retopologize our goblin head. Because apparently people like this program, so we're just going to mess with it. So what I've done here is I started retopologizing. So you want to create some good edge flow, right? So we want to get a loop around the eye, loop around the mouth, and then kind of a merge around the nose. The ears are going to be real tricky. So this program's called TopoGun. This is version 3. I've heard good things about TopoGun, so we're trying it out. There is another program that is an add-on to other 3D software like Blender and Maya and stuff, and that is called hold on. Let me see what it's called. One sec. Alright, that program is called Quad Remesher. This is an automatic one. See, there we go. Quad Remesher will automatically redo your stuff, supposedly. So, quads. Wow, look at it. Fascinating. This is an add-on. You can get an add-on for Blender or Maya or something else, and it'll automatically turn everything into quads for you, which is good. I think this rotator thing is this Marmoset. I forgot what this embedded 3D file viewer thing is on websites, but I gotta figure this out too. Okay, but yeah, here we go. This is not what we're using though. Just to be clear, I bought the wrong thing. So we're gonna do manual retopology using TopoGun, which was about $150 if I'm remembering correctly. So right now we're using the create tool. I'm probably gonna speed this up. If you're gonna get out of this mode where it connects to other random shit, you just push enter. Whoop. And let's do this. This is a cool tool. It's called Grid. Right? So to set this up, let's rewind here. So to set this up, what I did was I went load reference mesh. We got our Gobbo head in here, and then we got him over here. Gobbo head. This is the high poly. Let's rename this. HP, we'll put it HP for high poly, and then this is the one we're building, and it's going to be LP for low poly. We're going to get our create, and then actually we wanted to do the patch, so let's do, and to turn on symmetry it is Z. It's also up here. I think this is the symmetry tool. Enable symmetry, and then steady mouse kind of gives you a lag. Right? So here we go. We're going to create a big swatch up here that's just going to fill in all this blank space with geometry. Check that out. Isn't that neato? I don't know why. Do we have to push enter? Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's go back to create. And we can merge some vertices, right? How do we move them? Does this not work? Oh, there we. Oh, we have the mouse smooth on. Okay. There we go. This collapses them into one vertex automatically. That's pretty neato. Oh, it doesn't. Oops. I was wrong. I'm so sorry. I thought this automatically collapsed. What is happening? Well, it snaps to it. It was snapping to it. Huh. Why is this not symmetried? Lame. Okay. What? Boy. Get out of here. Oh, that's symmetry. Just not on the center line. Okay, cool. So we can do this. We can do this. Kind of spread them out, right? And then let's go to create, see if we can connect. We can connect. Cool, cool, cool. So we just built up his forehead. Let's start trying to connect these down. We are going to have to create some kind of like geometry collapse thing here because there's too many. So let's go ahead and do... Oop. That. We're going to adjust these for sure. Okay. Let's scoot this. Oh, what? What? What do you mean? Oh, okay. Well, these actually need to be... I was trying to wait for that one. Hold on. And like if you click on a vertex that already exists here, it won't create anything new, I think, if it's like immediately adjoining. But if, see, this one's like catty corner, it's going to create tries right there. So we want everything to be quads because that's what the computer likes. I don't know what I did there. Oh God. All right. And there's more tutorials for this program. If you want to get this program and get good at it, feel free. But I'm not going to get super in depth because this is really like the second time I've used it. So we don't want to... I'm not going to pretend to be an expert at the moment. And see, that will create an issue. See how it goes straight across? We want to hit this line first and then go to the other one. But if it is on the same kind of intercept plane, there's like a distance where it will automatically intersect this, I think, and create a new vertex in the center. But this is what we gotta do. Like this, okay. Okay. And we can create a triangle. Triangles are frowned upon, but because... Oh, actually, we don't have to create a triangle. Look at that. All quads, baby. Hell yeah. Look at that. Smooth as hell. All right. Enter. We are zipped up. Let's move these around, kind of even them out. But the computer is going to turn all of your quads into triangles anyways, because quads are made out of triangles. But it just likes it better. I don't know why we can't collapse those. Maybe can we turn them off with symmetry and collapse them? There's something that collapses these automatically that I saw in a different tutorial, but I don't remember what it is. We're gonna figure that out in a little bit. But we can keep messing with the face. All right, so we're gonna hit enter. And I thought about building up the geometry of his teeth here. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to create the outline of his mouth, kind of collapse it into like a bowl shape, and then create another object that goes in like a pair of dentures. Same for the eyeballs. But I'm going to leave them here just so like we remember that they exist, I guess. And then you have to remember not to, because if I create a point, I want to create a point on this line. If I do this, boom, it's going to pull it forward to the front of that tooth. See what I mean? But like it looks like this. It looks dead on, like you just made another line on his lips, right? But it's going to pull it to the closest face in front of you, so it's going to do that. So we don't want that. So be mindful of that kind of a thing when you're building up the geometry here. So this process is called retopology. Retopologizing, for everyone who is unfamiliar with retopologizing. I think we're going to need to create another diamond thing right here. That'll be good. Let's build up some more patches. I think that patch filled in things very well, and we're going to benefit from creating more of those, right? So let's go down here. Go across here. Come up here. Yeah. There we go. Most of your geometry you can just do this with. It's really weird. You know what I mean? So when the shapes get weird, like the ear, we can't do that with the ear. It's not going to work out right. You can try it, you know, but meh. We should have gone. Actually, we're going to leave more geometry here. So there's more squares here. There's less here. Or actually, what I'm trying to say is they're covering a smaller surface area because we're going to want to connect more points from the ear into here because it's going to be more complex. The more complex the shape is, the more little shapes we need to make it. So we can do that. Oh, let's see. That's not what we wanted. And there we go. There we go. That looks good. This is going pretty quick. So let's hit create. I think we can collapse these, right? Oh, we're not collapsing those. Interesting. I gotta look up what the collapse thing is. I was just moving these, right? Like I swear. These guys? What? I moved this a second ago. I know I did. Okay. What is this? Bro. Okay. No. Okay. Slide. What is this? What does this do? Oh, let's turn this thing off. That was the issue. The mouth, yeah. Okay, so the issue was I couldn't drag these because I was trying to drag them a little, and the mouse smoothing thing is on. So the mouse smoothing gives you a delay, so if you don't move it far enough, it doesn't move at all. That's what the issue was there. Alright, let's go ahead and start scooting these guys over. So it looks, see, they're kind of bent, right? We want them to be more straight. Less deformed. Want them to be as square as possible. We don't want weird rectangle shit going on. Okay. Yep. What are you? Why are you a darker color than these other guys? What's going on there? Huh. No clue. No clue. Alright. Deal with it in a little bit. Oh no. What did I do? Alright. I might time-lapse this out. Because I ain't talking a lot. I'm going to get more talkative, I guess. Whatever. Let's see. I'm going to line these boys up. Let's line them up. So, doot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? Okay, hold on. Let's go back up here. And this is all totally doable for free in Blender and Maya. You don't have to pay for a separate retopology program. I'm just experimenting. Really, that's what's going on here. All right, so let's get these boys lined up, I guess. I don't know. Right? Yeah. Start connecting these, zipping them up. I like to call it zipping them up. That's kind of what it reminds me of. I don't think that's a technical term. It's like you got two sleeping bags and you kind of like zip them together. Yeah. Got that guy. Now we want to see this. We're not lining them up with the two patches we made are not lining up, right? So we have to kind of scoot them around. And it blows my mind that someone can create a computer program that will just do this. Like, you're on some Alan Turing level nonsense over there, dude. Like, I can't even conceptualize that in my mind at this point in time. I can conceptualize this fine for some reason. People always said that they hate geometry, and geometry is the only kind of math that I understand. I'm gonna tell you right now, like, I'm starting to understand more kinds of math. But some of this stuff, man, I'm like I never understood when you're graphing X and Y on like a quad graph. I don't even know the name for this thing that I'm trying to describe. When you're like mapping out sine waves, I didn't understand what a sine wave was, you know? It's I think it's important to know what a sine wave is, or just the physics conceptualization of waves in general before you start introducing children to that kind of algebra. They don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You know what I mean? If you're like, please explain to me why I'm learning this. Oh, you're going to be able to map the physical manifestation that you cannot see of radio waves. Oh, okay, that makes a little more sense. Let's conceptualize it some more. I don't know. You know what I mean? But this kind of shit. But that graph, that grid graph, is what all of this is based off of. You see this little guy right here? Right here in the corner? There's X and Y and Z. And everything in 3D software is based off of that graph. And every vertex is a point on that triplanar graph. Instead of a 2 axes, we have 3. And everything is based off of them. And it's... the more you interact... you have to, like, become familiar with it and interact with it to understand why it exists. You know what I mean? You give... it's just how things work, you know? People need to understand why they need to know things. You're not going to teach a kid how to do taxes because the kid doesn't have a job. You know? He doesn't care. And you can... you can't teach an adult how to do taxes either because he doesn't want to know. Half the time. You need relevance for education, right? So someone who's watching this, what the fuck is that? Who is not a 3D artist, do they give a shit about what I'm doing right now? Probably not. Probably not. That's just how things work. Are you going to retain knowledge that is not relevant to you? Sometimes. I do it a lot, but with like nothing technical. I don't know. I retain a lot of knowledge that does not pertain to me. In my everyday life anyways, I guess. I wonder if there's a smooth out and like an auto smooth geometry button in here. That would be cool. No idea. What is this one? Pizza? Slice, cut, circle. I don't know. What's extrude do? I'm pretty sure I know what extrude does. No. No idea. Alright. I'm just going to stick with this tool. What is this? Bridge. Slide. What's slide do? Why are we not sliding, buddy? Oh, okay. Can we select more than one thing? Yeah. I would just... Huh. Okay. I mean, that's a little more useful. Can we shift click a bunch of stuff? Yeah, that's a little more useful, I guess. Can we multi-select in here? Let's hold down. Oh no. Ooh, no. No, I don't think so. Okay. Why is this one yellow? Why are you yellow? I don't know. There's going to be a lot of mysteries here. And the key is don't care about anything until it's a problem, because there's too much. Too much going on. Nope. See, we get... All right. I feel like there's got to be an automatically smooth things out. Let's look real quick, one sec. Well, I've found... Okay, so you can... You can kind of do this. Hold on. You can kind of do this kind of a deal. It's not really... So the thing that's good in here is everything is going to be snapped to the high poly mesh. And you can kind of rotate. But it won't protrude off, you know? So it's like... Does this work like in Blender? No, it does not. All right. So we can shift select a bunch of these vertices, right? And then we can do this. Now they're lined up. There we go. That's kind of better, you know? It's no, that didn't work either. All right. Oh, okay. Let's not select like that. All right. And then you can rotate. We want them kind of face in a certain way, you know. Straighten them out, rotate them. Just to get the kind of edge flow. Uh-oh. Mistake. Let's, we have edges selected here. Alright, here we go, like this. Like that, like that, like that. Okay, okay. We can scoot them all like that. Oh yeah, we can scoot them all. Look at that. That's pretty good. Okay. I'm liking this, actually. There can be some issues when you do this in Blender. There's a thing where it's not snapping to faces, and sometimes things get weird. Yeah. Okay. Oh, we missed a guy. Line him up. Oh, reselect. Scoot him. Yeah, that's working pretty good. It's not automatic, but it is going pretty good. And I'd say shapes like this, like the top of the head, a lot easier than things like the ear. And then when we choose to whatchamacallit? No, when we choose to. When we have to connect the ear geometry back into the rest of this head, it turns into kind of a pain in the ass. So let's go ahead and cap the top of his head since we're here. I feel like there are some issues going on right here. I feel like there are multiple faces. It sure looks like it. I don't like what's going on right here. This is going to create some not good things. We don't want this. Whatever is happening right here, the answer is no. Okay. You need to go away. You need to go away. Okay. I think we're good now. Okay, yeah. Why is that not? Oh, okay. I could kind of tell that there were polygons that were overlapping each other right there, and that is not what we want to happen. Absolutely not. None of that. So let's go ahead and remake the thing that we destroyed. Oh, nope. Hi, buddy. What's up? What? You gonna go outside? Why are these connected? That's very strange. Okay. What? Why is this highlight? Man, what is happening? Okay. I'm getting bothered. Here to here. The end. Okay. These guys are not unified. Let's destroy them. How about that? This is not what we want. This whole center of the forehead, because these are, and I just realized that we have made some kind of mistake here. So let's, yeah, boom. Okay, cool. Now it looks normal. We could tell there was an issue here because the line was much darker. There we go. What a happy little forehead. All right. Enter. Now we're in the center line. Let's go ahead and go up here. We're going to have to probably create some triangles. I'm going to see if I can finagle our way out of the triangles, but who knows. Back up to the top. And we can kind of drag these where we want them to be. And I mean, we're probably going to have some kind of like the top of his head's all going to be the same color because he's bald. So that's probably not going to be a big deal. And two, he's probably going to have some kind of little weird haircut or a hat or something on. So this isn't a super big deal. The super big deal is really like the facial features, you know, because those are going to be, that's what you look at when you look at a face. We don't really give a fuck about the top of his head too much, you know. We care a little bit. We want our geometry to be good. We want to be able to chop this up into like a nice UV map that is understandable as much as possible, and then we want to be able to make everything work out the way we want. But it's all right. It's all right. Let's get this. Yep, yep. All right, yeah. Oh no. These guys over here, I guess we're gonna have to delete this too and remake them because we have that dark line there. That's interesting. All right. Oops. I'm gonna build these back up like that. There's just one here. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, let's destroy these. Hi, Ricky. Oh, see, it's creating new polygons as I'm deleting them. That's interesting. I'm not really sure what's happening there. But that's okay. Because we're all about solving mysteries. Now we have an issue here. Okay. There we go. There's an extra vertex. I think that's the problem here. Alright, looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Okay. What we're gonna have to do up here is we're gonna have to like let's delete these points, I guess. And oh no. Now there's an edge. Alright, let's delete that. Let's create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's do this. Do 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay. So we're going to create a little bridge across the top of his head. And now we're going to connect all of these guys into it. We're going to have to collapse some of these like that. Let's go ahead and do that right now. See, now we have a quad. It's just not a rectangle. It's a, I don't know what that's called. A rhomboid or something. What is that called? This is going to go... We're going to have to create some more split. Oh. We're mirrored still. Let's remember we're mirrored. Alright. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So let's put the middle at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right there. Okay. I didn't expect... I thought it'd be more over. Okay, so that's like that, right? We can probably scoot this in some more. Let's move them around. And we're not trying to create a super detailed model. We're just trying to get him looking nice and smooth. What are you doing? Okay. So, I mean, we're not creating a character that is made for animation specifically. We could be doing that. We can give him enough so that we can do simple facial animations. I don't really want to make facial animations, I'm going to be honest. We can give him a little more geometry around here. We can make some simple facial expressions based on that, but it's not going to be fantastic, you know. But whatever. Okay, so now we can kind of see we've got this going on. We can start. Yeah. We're just gonna. We can bridge across here. We can bridge across here. Let's do that. Let's do both. There we go. Like that. Like that. Do we want to come across like this? No, not really, because then we're going to create a not quad. We don't want any N-gons around here. N-gon is a... I don't really know why they call it an N-gon. I know people kind of say sometimes people say like something to the nth degree, but I don't really know what the nth, like instead of like second, third, what have you, it's nth degree, meaning like there's just an ass load of degrees, right? But N-gon is a polygon that is like more than a quad, right? These are all quads because they have 4 sides. So we have more than 4 vertices on it. It's an N-gon. And the computer does not like N-gons because your graphics card has to do math to calculate all of the stuff that's happening. And the math that it does to display a quad is the easy peasiest kind of math, right? How do we describe the shape of a rectangle? We measure the sides, we draw 4 points, right? And that's it. Triangle, also pretty easy. When you get into a pentagon, hexagon, septagon, and they're not regular shapes, they're irregular shapes, and it has, so this has a surface. The surface of these is basically 2 triangles that are aligned with each other, right? But if you create these shapes that are like real wild, you don't know. I mean, you can know, but like you're not going to know off the top of your head the fastest, best way to do it. And neither is your computer, and it's going to eat up your RAM. And so we want to make everything quads. That's basically, if it's not quads, it angers the machine spirits because you're making them do math. Are you happy when you have to do math? Me either. Neither is the machine spirit. It's very angry. The rocks that we tricked into thinking for us are very angry. And the more work you make them do, the angrier they become. So we want to make their life nice and easy so they don't rebel and they let us look at cool video game nonsense. So that's what the plan is, you know. This is the law. We must make quads. Make everything into quads. Occasional triangle, but don't get crazy with it, you know. That's it. Because the triangles cause an issue. If you want to throw your multi-resolution modifiers on these, the quad is the easiest to subdivide, right? So we want to create more detail on a model, we can throw on a thing which just divides all of these quads into 4 more quads. And so if you throw that subdivision thing onto a triangle, it's going to create, like, how do you chop up a triangle, right? Just think in your head, how do I divide a triangle into equal smaller parts, right? So the quad, you already know, you don't have to visualize that at all. You just put a cross in the middle and it chops it into 4 pieces. When you do it to a triangle, it's going to create a weird triangle cut. And if that's in the middle of all of these, right, it's going to be like everything is smooth and then there's like a weird triangle hole. And the same thing will happen with the n-gons. You're going to create some weird wonky shape, especially if you're animating the mesh. If you're making these vertices move for like a facial animation, like he's talking or something like that, it's going to look real weird when it's deforming. So the quads generally are the shape we want. Look at that. We got a whole little skull cap going on. That's awesome. Let's check our time. How long have we been recording? I don't have no idea. How long have we been here? Where am I? 51 minutes. My goodness. All right. Okay, so we got the ears. We got the ear geometry in. Gonna pause it again and try to get the rest of the bust done, minus the eyes and the teeth. Let's pause it. All right, look, unpause. We got this guy's, the face is pretty good, and we're gonna hit the neck musculature and call it a day, I think. Let's get that done. So something I've noticed as I'm doing this, I mostly got it wrapped up, but there's been a couple of instances where it's not mirroring across when I'm doing actions. Like here, the symmetry was on, but it is not completing. There's been a couple of spots over here where it's doing the same thing. I've had to fill in about 7 missing polygon. I am looking back and forth at it while I'm doing it, so I'm trying to catch them. The first one I caught on accident, but we can also fix this if we're working primarily on one side. When we bring it into Blender or Maya or something, we can cut this guy in half down the middle, just delete this whole side, and then mirror it across the axis, and then just combine those 2 pieces into one. If this is just if you notice it after you've exported it or something, it can be fixed. So don't worry too much if you've messed that up. But I'm going to finish this guy up and then pull the low poly into Blender. All right, check him out. We got him all the way around. He is ready for export. And there's a few things we're going to clean up. I think we can cap the inside of these eye sockets in his mouth in Blender and then make him some dentures. But I think we're at a reasonable level of topology to give him form. Let's turn off visibility. Can we turn visibility off for this? I don't know. Let's just export it. All right, export mesh. We're gonna name him Gobbo Head LP. Is gonna be. Can we make him an FBX? We can. Okay, cool. He's in here. Save it. Let's just go ahead and save the scene as Gobbo Head. We're in the Let's Make a Goblin. Close it. Do 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 do. Blender time, baby. All right. Delete that guy. Let's import Our new head. All right, there he is. It looks pretty decent to me. I think it looks pretty decent. Hell yeah. I think I'm going to call that a success. Let's go ahead and let's move him down and save this. Boop. Looks good to me. Yeah. Let's go with Gobbo head retopo. And that's what we'll be doing in the next video, is making this guy ready to go. Awesome.